Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by talking about something Disney related. I figured I would do this because, well, I like talking about Disney in one way or another, of course. So yeah, I just thought I'll just talk about this kind of a thing, another discussion video, and I guess to be more specific, it's about pregnancy. Which, yes, that's not exactly the first thing that comes to mind when discussing, like, anything related to Disney in one way or another. So, yes, I realize this comes off like a rather random when you think about it. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. I get why, as to why people might be seemed put off by this, because it's for whatever reason, I guess you would say. But yeah, that's gonna be the top of the hand in this video, folks, because I I'm trying to just bring up different variety of topics, and whenever I have my Disney-a-thon, and of course while simultaneously making movie reviews and whatnot, of course. And yeah, so yeah, I just want to do this for a good moment. Of course, I appreciate anybody ahead of time for watching this video. Of course, it's going to be nearly 20 minutes, not quite, but close. So for anyone that actually stuck around after like a minute, thank you ahead of time, like right now. I much appreciate it. So yeah. But anyway, okay, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Let's just get into the point, I guess you can say, for this video. Anyway, but yeah, there are these women who basically dressed up in a certain way for some sort of photo shoot, and yeah, it actually looks really nice, of course. And yeah, they're trying to make these women feel special. Of course, were dressing in a princess like outfits that were inspired by these characters and whatnot. So yeah, this was actually done, of course. The one character from Princess and the Frog, Belle, Snow White, Cinderella, and of course Jasmine, of course, and whatnot. You know, these types of characters were chosen to be this kind of thing over here, folks. And but yeah, it's just that this is like a form of celebration. Well, at least that's how I got from this anyway. And they look nice in their own little way, I guess you would say. There's nothing wrong with this, I suppose, because they're mothers now, and they want to express how they look and whatnot. Next chapter in their lives. Of course, their lives are not going to be the same anymore. Of course, after this. I mean that they didn't have any kids prior to this. I'm guessing that they're first-time mothers. If I take a good guess at this. But either way, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess you can say. Just have all the fun and enjoyment of when it comes to, this kind of a thing. So, yeah, I guess you can say they wanted to have their own inspiration and whatnot to choose these locations. Of course, there's a little gallery here, of course, and the photos look nice in their own little way, looking graceful and whatnot. I'm just trying to have a way to, I guess, what's the word I'm looking here? Thinking out the box. Yeah, I guess that's a phrase to do it. Just trying to think out the box, I guess you would say. So, that's fine, obviously. It's them trying to express themselves in, in one way or another. And, but yeah, it's just something that they could do as a group. I presume that these women knew each other for a while, I guess you would say. Or at the very least, maybe their husbands knew each other, I guess you can say, even go to that extent, I guess, and decided that this could be a good chance to do something that, to express this kind of a thing. And yeah, obviously, when the kids are old enough to understand the word better, you can actually show them this kinds of stuff, of course. So it's a pretty good memory for the expecting parents to embrace creative ideas, of course, such as this, for this joyful occasion and whatnot. I don't see the harm this could do, of course. It's fine, obviously. They're all adults here. So it's something, that can be considered as beautiful in its own little way. The expecting mothers wanted to see the sweet photos of them being mommies in different ways. And I mean, okay, not everybody had done this, of course, and I guess they want to stand out in some sort of way. I guess you can say they want to, and compared to other people who have done this kind of a thing. Okay, maybe not really. So I'm sure there were other people that did something similar, maybe I guess. But this specifically, I don't know, as a group, as friends or mutual friends, I'm not sure. To my knowledge, that they want to be a bit different compared to others and to have it outside or indoors somewhere and whatnot. And yeah, this is definitely something that people do and whatnot. And it gives me a good excuse to talk about something more positive, I guess you can say, rather than just me complaining a lot. Which, yes, I realize I'm often doing when it comes to pretty much anything, really. Yeah, of course, all of them, they all loved the shoot. They all were extremely excited about the whole thing. They loved the final results, of course. It made them feel so special and happy about, it made them feel like actual princesses, I guess, to them, I guess you can say. And that's fine, of course. This, of course, is not a bad thing. And from what I can gather, this occurred in April 7th and whatnot. And there was also a photo editor, obviously. So, of course, the theme of this is Disney princesses, of course, and whatnot. So, it actually started out with Belle, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, a photo shoot, and then it just spread from there to get the ball rolling on it. And they planned it, of course. So, yeah, that's just definitely something you can say that is it's pretty creative in its own little way. It's not a bad idea. This is definitely not a bad idea whatsoever. So, of course, you have to do some touch-ups, of course, and bathroom breaks and wardrobe changes because this is not going to be something that's going to be done right away. It's going to take quite some time just to take all the pictures and whatnot. Yeah, of course, you're going to take it quite a while, obviously, and so it's going to take a hot minute. So yeah, of course, this is definitely something that you can do. Post on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever else you have. And yeah, this is a pretty good way to actually embrace motherhood, I guess you can say. Again, assuming that this is the first time that they had kids. Not that I'm going to judge, though. Not that I'm going to judge. That's perfectly fine. And of course, there's going to be ribbons, headpieces, flowers, and whatnot, stuff like this. Different colors of the dresses to present the princesses, of course. When you're Belle, of course, you can use some yellow. If you're gonna be Cinderella, there's gonna be some, blue or whatever, or a glass slip or whatnot. These type of things, of course, to make sure it matches the theme of the entire thing, of course. And that's cool. You have to get creative, I guess you can say, and whatnot, folks. But yeah, and but yeah, that's definitely good. I know some people are gonna be asking me. Some people might ask me in the comment section that are they married? I believe so. I believe they are married. Um, but not that it matters. I know a lot of people like to use religion as a way to say that you have to be married to have kids, which isn't the case. You don't have to be married to have kids. I know a lot. That's more the traditional route when it comes to the being pregnant. You have to be married first and then have kids and whatnot. That's like more of a conservative perspective, I guess you can say. But uh, and some pregnancies not planned. In some cases they are, and some they're not. Whatever. Whatever the case is for them, I don't know. Maybe it was planned, maybe it wasn't. But whatever the case is, they're definitely embracing the moment by doing this kind of a thing as a group. Good for them, I guess you can say. Good for them. Trying to have some sort of enjoyment for the next stage of their lives. They're starting the families. Again, assuming they haven't had kids prior to this. But that I do not know. I'm just trying to, talk about this kind of thing specifically right here, folks. But yeah, it's something they want to do. And to have some fun, of course, and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with that. No, of course not. But yeah, this is definitely something that they had planned out, of course, with a lot of detail, planned ahead of time. Of course, you have to do that. You can't just be spontaneous about this, of course. It was not exactly spontaneous. It was not out of the blue or anything. This was actually carefully planned ahead of time, so, there won't be any screw-ups. At the very least, how do you say it? Minimize the screw-ups, I guess you would say, as much as possible, I guess you would say, which is fine. Because, anything can go wrong even if you can plan ahead of time. Not that I'm suggesting that something bad happened, because, to my knowledge, nothing bad happened during the photo shoot, and everything came out really lovely looking, I guess you would say, and that's perfectly fine, of course. But I'm just saying that, things do happen, of course, even if you plan ahead of time, which, of course, is unfortunate when it does, occur to people, unfortunately. And but yeah, they definitely created some memories altogether. It's definitely something that's that's gonna last a lifetime. They're never gonna forget this day. No, they're never gonna forget this day whatsoever. And yes, of course, it's gonna be definitely worth it, obviously, and that's fine. That's all perfectly fine, of course. And I do wish them well, of course. And yes, of course, these mothers feel like Disney royalty, at least even if it's for a day, of course. I'm pretty sure that they were extremely happy, they were extremely joyful, feeling great about this entire thing, of course. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they have the sell it on their social media and whatnot. There's no harm in that, of course. But yeah, this is definitely something I'll bring up. I guess you can say it does give me an excuse to talk about princesses, of course. Obviously, it gives me an excuse to talk about princesses in one way or another. And but yeah, I do like talking about princesses, of course. I know some people might think that's odd coming from a guy, but I don't care. It's my channel. I'll do whatever I want. Whoop-de-doo. But yeah, folks, this is something I wanted to discuss as a way to bring up the princesses. I guess you can say in Disneyland, Disney World, or whatever. I'm pretty sure this would add an extra joyfulness when they actually take their kids to Disneyland. They're gonna eventually do it, I guess. They're gonna eventually do it, and and I'm pretty sure that I give them some credit too because the pandemic is going on. The coronavirus. Yeah, that in itself is pretty stressful. Pregnancy during the whole thing about the pandemic. Yeah, that's a strong on into itself. Boy, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. I'll give you that. So yeah, that can be really problematic in a lot of ways. But yeah, finally had time to do this, to construct this kind of a thing. So there's that, and it looks fun. That's for sure. It definitely looked like they had a great time doing this kind of a thing. More power to you, of course. More power to you, obviously, because they did something that they liked. They all agreed on it. Nobody was forced into it, of course, of course. But yeah, it does seem like a grand time to be out all together. Had smiles on their faces, and yeah, it looks like it was actually perfectly done. That's because it was. When it comes to everyone, the photo shoot was professionally done. It was really well shot, all the photos and whatnot. So again, I'm just doing this in some ways just to give my own 2 cents, I guess you can say. Yeah, no, not that everybody was asking, but I'm gonna do it anyway because again, this is in fact my channel after all, so I do what I want. Yes, sir. But yeah, folks, I thought that I'd do this because I feel like in some ways, and it does give me an excuse to talk about Disney in a positive light. I guess you can say, as I mentioned earlier, I know I'm using complain about something, and but yeah, I just want to do this kind of a thing, rather just me nagging and nagging and nagging and more nagging, plus more nagging afterwards for me. But it's just I realize I'm often doing it. I do have some awareness of what I'm doing. Okay, a lot of awareness. I'm not gonna be that blind in that sense. I do know I complain quite a bit, and this is a good way to, I guess, try to balance some things out. Just to throw some stuff, some Disney related stuff in different ways, just for good measure, I guess. But yeah, I just want to do this because I like Disney, and whatnot. So I just figured I'd do this, considering the fact that I know a lot of people's lives are stressful right now, and trying to bring some delightment, some form, in one way or another. It can be a good stress reliever. Just talk about something positive, and this is definitely something I can consider something in a positive way. In other words, because I'm not actually complaining about anything like it would usually would, I guess you can say. So there's that. But yeah, and yeah, I just want to do other Disney related things other than just me making videos, me defending Disney. Now I don't mind doing that. I like making videos defending Disney for morons. And yes, I occasionally criticize Disney when it comes to their movies because some of them are bad. But other than that, I just want to speak of something in a positive light when it comes to Disney, of course. And I liked them, but I also criticized them too, of course, on whatnot. I'm not gonna be biased here. Come on. But anyway, of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.